this impressive arena, watching a comfortable performance from Mark Walsh. He leads 5-0, hasn't seriously been troubled by Diamond Dave Askew. He's had 7 shots at a double. Askew hasn't hit one yet. So Askew having a very comfortable day at the office so far. And he has the throw here. He won that first session against the darts, so everything going the way. The man from Abbots Langley.
Yeah, 3 breaks of serve, 3 breaks of throw in his favour. I think the mountain's too much really for Askew. No signs of a real recovery coming, although he has had shots at doubles, 7 shots at a double, and there you have it. The winner of this match plays the winner of that one. Baxter, Dennis Smith. They complete round 1, in fact, later this evening, 7 o'clock. And then what a start to the second round, Dave. We've got 2 wonderful matches, I think.
Yeah, light heavyweight championship 59. Of Stoke, yes. Hamilton versus Lewis, and following that, well, that's one of the great matches of the last 10-15 years. Taylor versus Park doesn't get much more magical than that.
Yes, as second round games go, probably haven't had much better than that in the past. And both games in the second round tonight have the potential for real theatre. And
Walsh forging ahead here, left himself a bogey, but he won't be too concerned about that with the way Askew is playing. He's only had 9 darts, Walshy, so he'll square this up, goes 6 up, and that really would represent an Everest for Askew to ascend.
105.
105 leaves 57, so I think this leg ought to go to Walsh, 6-0. Of course, James Wade, who had a wonderful victory earlier today against Dennis Ovens, led 5-0 at the break. In fact, won 10-1 in the end, although one has to say, as Walsh looks to make it 6-0 as well here, but, I think the score didn't do Ovens any favours. I think he threw better than 10-1, certainly. But I thought James Wade was very, very impressive. His finishing was top-notch.
123.
Yes, we have a new guard coming through. 501 in the shade. Not quite. Feels that way, though.
Now, if it's 501 degrees centigrade in the shade, I reckon that's about 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels that hot as it goes 6-0 here. And it's, frankly, a cakewalk so far for Walshy.
Dave to throw first.
And even before the referee has said throw first,
60.
He's already released at least 1.5 arrows. And scored not many more. No, I've been unfair to Dave Askew, but he has been disappointing. He's a better player than 77.37. And Walsh is not having to play his very best
41.
To be so far ahead. His average is about 83.
Yes, she was saying James Wade, one of the new guard of young players coming through the PDC ranks as we watch Askew looking for 180. Wasn't so long ago we thought Askew was one of the new guns coming through, but I think Wade, certainly think Andy Hamilton will be seeing him. He's got a real future. And so Adrian Lewis. Those are the 3 young guns who could be firing garlic bullets at the big names before too much longer, John.
Yes, and I think Andy Hamilton will be a fan of yours, Dave Lanning, if you call him a young gun, because he's been around a while, but he's really been on the big stage in recent months. In the last 18 months, he's in fact 39.
Well, Dennis Priestley didn't win his first World Championship until he was that age.
Life can begin in the darting world at 40. Priestley's proof of that. Although he'd been around a while before that, everybody knew he was.
And Askew now is 41. Striving for respectability.
Yes, the main reason why Alan Warriner found himself in this position was because he'd missed so many doubles. Then he started to hit them and came back into the match and almost won it. Whereas the fact is that Askew doesn't even look, although this may be a first opportunity for him to get on the score sheet. And remember, when Alan Warner started his comeback, it was in this way. At 6-1, he hit the double top. He said, and there was a round of applause in the room. And, well, are we going to have a touch of deja vu?
And coincidentally, it was 152. I seem to recollect that Warner hit. That's 120 check out from Askew, so there is a synchronicity about it.
Yes, synchronicity. That takes us back 20-odd years to the music charts, Dave. The Police, what? Well, Askew at least on the score sheet, and I frankly think that he can make inroads here now as Walsh has gone off the boil a bit. Now then, another one of those, mate.
100.
Well, I suppose Mark Walsh might be forgiven just for taking his eye off the ball for a second. 6-0 up, and no real signs until that last leg that Askew could do much about it. But
55.
no, well, we saw how Warner came back. Who is to say that this guy, Askew, hasn't got the same ability and resolve?
81.
Getting a bit frustrated with that odd stray dart. It does make you that way. In my case, it's more than the odd stray dart, but I know how it feels.
43.
Lost it temporarily. Well, he hopes temporarily. Walsh, hasn't he?
Your talent is waxing lyrical about straight darts, John, not doing them.
81.
81. Certainly talk a better game than play, Dave. And there may be even those who doubt that, but there we are. We'll leave it for the moment, shall we?
Getting into dangerous waters here.
Yes.
$54. Dave, you require 158.
Yes, 78 left. Treble 18, David. Well, 60 when he goes, and he will. And this against the throw, he's got a lot of work to do to negate 3 breaks of throw by Walsh.
It needs a wake-up call really from Walsh, because he was bowling along quite merrily, and now he's a mile away
42.
from most of his targets.
Dave, you require
Yes,
60.
his concentration's gone, I would suggest, as he looks now at tops.
Left himself on a bogey as well, John.
Yes.
But Askew can make it all academic, and does.
Dave Askew.
Well, we have to seriously start thinking
9
now
play.
about a possible
Dave
recovery
to
akin to that which
Rover.
we saw earlier.